The Monaco Grand Prix has a very special place in the motorsport world as one of the most historic and prestigious Grand Prix events that have been held continuously over decades. According to the history books, this event has been running since 1929, even before the inception of the Formula One Championship. Winning the Monaco Grand Prix is mandatory to complete the rare achievement in the motorsport world, which is known as the Triple Crown of Motorsport, alongside with the Indianapolis 500 and the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Even though there is a debate in the motorsport world to remove Monaco from the current F1 calendar, stating that the narrow streets of Monaco are not suitable for modern Formula One cars. However, it is not an easy decision to be made, as there is huge resistance from millions of F1 fans who love to watch racing in the streets of Monaco. Through this video, we are going to discuss about this iconic motorsport event, which is called by the name Principality, with the glory and prestige that it carries from its decades-long rich racing history. But before we proceed, hit the subscribe button and smash the bell icon for more exciting updates. As we mentioned earlier, Monaco GP also predates the current Formula One Championship, as same with the majority of Grand Prix events in Europe. The first event in its principality was organised by Anthony Nogues in 1929 under the blessings of Prince Louis II as an event sanctioned by Automobile Club de Monte Carlo. However, the organisers' first plan was to make a rally race based on Monaco. As the country was very small, ACM wished to use the roads of other countries for this rally racing event. For that reason, their application was rejected by AIACR, which was the international governing body of motorsport during that period, stating that Monaco was unable to conduct the race rally within its boundaries. Then ACM decided to hold a Grand Prix on the streets of Monte Carlo with the help and guidance from Monegasque Grand Prix driver Louis Chiron. The first race was held on the 14th of April 1929, and it was won by William Grover Williams, who competed using the Bugatti Type 35B. However, this race was organised as an invitation-only event, and Maserati and Alfa Romeo, which were the leading teams during that period, decided not to participate in that event. During the pre-war era, there were no proper regulations to use the term Grand Prix, and many events were organised using that term. So, AIACR gave the formal recognition of Grand Prix events organised by the national automobile clubs, and Monaco was also granted the formal Grand Prix status alongside with the French, Belgian, Italian and Spanish Grand Prix. Even though it was added as part of the new European Championship in 1936, Monaco Grand Prix was temporarily stopped in 1938 till the end of the Second World War. Racing was resumed in Europe after the war in 1945, but Monaco Grand Prix was not organised till 1948 due to financial reasons. The successor of the AIACR, the FIA, reintroduced a new set of regulation formula for Grand Prix events, and the race in Monaco was also organised under this new formula in 1948 for the first time after the war. It was won by Nino Farina using a Maserati 4CLT. Again, the 1948 event was cancelled due to the death of Prince Louis II, who did a great service to bring a racing event to his country. This earned the honour of being a part of the first ever Formula One calendar after the establishment of the championship in 1950. It was won by the five-time world champion Juan Manuel Fangio, and it was remarkable as his first ever victory in a Formula One Grand Prix event. The home racer who played a key role in designing the street circuit, Louis Chiron, was able to finish that race as third. After being part of the first 2 years of the Formula One Championship, races were not held for the next 2 years in 1953 and 1954, as car regulations for the Monaco race were not finalised. It rejoined Formula One Championship in 1955, and since then, this became a regular fixture of the F1 calendar by maintaining a streak of 64 years till 2020. In the 1960s, British Formula One champion Graham Hill won the race in Monaco 5 times, and he was known as the King of Monaco, or Mr. Monaco, with his exceptional performance in this street circuit. By the start of the 1970s, several Grand Prix events were excluded from the championship for safety reasons. However, in 1969, organisers of the Monaco Grand Prix introduced Armco barriers at significant points of the track to improve the safety of the circuit. With the disagreement between ACM and the Formula One governing body regarding television rights, Jean-Marie Bellistre, president of the FISA, announced that Monaco Grand Prix will be excluded from the 1985 Formula One calendar. However, ACM brought this case to French courts and was able to win it, reinstating the 1985 race. During the period between 1984 and 1993, Monaco Grand Prix was won only by either Ayrton Senna or Alain Prost, who were considered as the two biggest rivals of Formula One history. Senna recorded his 6th victory in 1993 on the streets of Monte Carlo, breaking Graham Hill's 5-time record for the most number of victories. But he was not lucky to extend his victory count up to 7 in 1994, as he lost his life due to a crash at Imola 2 weeks before the 1994 Monaco GP. In that event also, Austrian driver Karl Wendlinger experienced a heavy crash in the tunnel and went into a coma condition. Then the Schumacher era began, and he was able to equal Graham Hill's 5-time record during that period between 1994 and 2006. He lost the chance of winning the 2006 Monaco GP to match Senna's record, as he was given a grid penalty for obstructing the other constructors in the final moment of qualifying to secure his pole position. In 2010, Bernie Ecclestone signed a deal with Monaco race organisers to keep the race in the F1 calendar until 2020. However, the 2020 event was cancelled due to the corona pandemic, damaging its 64-year-long streak of holding the Grand Prix event continuously. In 2022, race organisers signed a new deal to keep the Monaco GP in the Formula One calendar till the end of 2025, despite widespread criticism that it fails to accommodate modern Formula One cars due to its narrow track layout. With its narrow track layout, it is impossible for modern F1 cars to complete overtakes very easily, and the race outcomes heavily depend on the qualifying performance as well. Drivers who are at the back of the starting grid have a slim chance to complete the race with a top place finish due to this narrow nature of the track, which is unable to facilitate the high speed of modern F1 cars. In reality, there is a true base for the criticism regarding the Monaco GP. However, removing such a historic and prestigious race from the Formula One calendar will be a huge disaster, as there is a fan base counted in the millions who still love to watch racing in the streets of Monte Carlo. What do you think about the future of the Monaco GP? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel to get more exciting Formula One news. See you in the next video, guys. Goodbye.